Here I sit all brokenhearted, trying to fight. Now I'm departed. Um, Playing Call of Duty Warzone, and I suck compared to back in the day. But even back in the day, it was like, meh. It was never all that great. It was a fun game though. Frustrating at times. The bots are. It's hard to tell bot from a player these days. Not even joking. And they have different levels of bots, and then even just the players in general. It can be really hard to tell. Anyways, listen to the CivDivs live stream earlier. It was like a joint committee, VFW. They were talking about veteran issues and um, things like that. Message for the CivDiv. Who is that guy that clips videos, your videos, and other videos and makes videos of them? And why is it weird? Because in fact, most content creators these days make content off of other clips and other people's clips. It's literally, yeah, like you yourself. Anyways, I'm not gonna really touch on the topic because I've been there before. I've said some stuff that can get misinterpreted. So I'm just gonna chalk that up for maybe you're having a bad day, and perhaps you're having some cognitive issues. I don't know. Um, but yeah, we all say things we regret. Um, I agree with you. That was kind of my first opinion as well. But you think about it, and yeah, it just depends on how you look at it. All right. So my issue is, it sounds like there's a lot of serious topics that are very relevant to me and other veterans that I've worked with and interacted with, that they're bringing up to a higher level to talk about. And like I think you've expressed it as well. It's all you have to do is work together and implement these plans and changes. It's like far too often these senators or these committee members or politicians or committee members are, they like to get up in the spotlight, say that thing that we need to do or we're trying to do, and they get the applause. They get that instant gratification, the applause that you're kind of talking about. And then it just, it's kind of like the warm fuzzies, and then it kind of gets pushed away. You know what I mean? It's so much of it feels like a show, and it's like, what is actually happening? But I wanted to quick say, I am not anti-pharmaceuticals. I am anti reckless prescribing practices, negligent prescribing practice, and with a lack of proper patient management or care team management, medication management. When a care team is assigned to a veteran and they're not managing that veteran, not doing their jobs, they're ignoring warning signs, side effects, and they are ignoring patient history, and they're still prescribing recklessly. That's my problem. So what are people doing to manage these issues? High risk veterans or high risk medications that they're prescribing veterans, like controlled substances and other things of the sort. That's my issue. I know I've talked about this before. Medications can be very beneficial. It can buy you time, but in a lot of cases, the longer it goes on, it can be counterintuitive, counterproductive, more destructive to just keep someone medicated and doped up. And that, in my case, that was kind of it, right? It was meds, which was great at first. It bought me some time to transition, and then it became a negative thing really quick in my life. And that was without control. So it was like the mood stabilizers and other stuff, right? So it's a band-aid, so to speak, that needs to be, it's a wound you're patching with meds, and it needs to be taken care of properly. It's not just, you know, it's a big problem. That was my problem, my experience. Anyways, meds can be a good thing, but my issue is the management, the care teams that are not doing their jobs and recklessly practicing medicine, that are endangering people. Quite literally gets people hurt, got my family hurt, affected a lot of people, and this is just one case. So that's my issue. It sounds like people are taking things seriously as usual, though. Not just with me, but like, in general for veterans. It sounds like it's there's always been a lot of problems, and there have been problems recently. And it's complicated. So I try not to get too frustrated, but it is nice to see people talking about these things. Um, and stuff like that. Yeah.